Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including John Cena's final match date leaked, WWE break major rule, is Adam Cole retiring, Chelsea Green fires back, The Rock's personal writer shuts down Rumours, plus much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, let's hit the intro and get on to our first story. John Cena's final match date leaked. Our top story today looks at some exciting potential news relating to the final match of WWE legend John Cena. As we all know, Cena will retire officially in December this year, and although it's unknown at this stage what format Cena's final match will take, we may know the date and the event that his final match will occur in. According to Corey Hayes over on X, Saturday night's main event is planned for December 13th, 2025 in Boston, Massachusetts, that of course being the home city of Cena. Saturday night's main event will be making its way to Boston, Massachusetts later this year. It is currently tentatively scheduled for December 13th. Could this be the exact event that the WWE great will be retiring at? WWE have been flexible in recent years when it has come to them hosting a PLE in the month of December, and with Saturday night's main event set for December 13th, it seems unlikely that there will be another event scheduled for that specific month. Whilst this sounds great on paper, the Saturday night's main event specials are basically glorified episodes of Raw and SmackDown, so surely Cena deserves to retire at a much bigger event. WWE may brand and market the event around Cena's retirement, but even still, do we really want to see Cena wrestle for the final time in a match that features multiple commercial breaks? Some fans have theorized that Cena is going to pull the ultimate heel move and extend his run to next year's WrestleMania. Whilst this would be welcomed by fans, especially as a name such as Cena deserves to retire in style, it's believed this won't be happening. As things stand, the former WWE champion will be hanging up his boots indefinitely as of December of this year. WWE name not shocked by John Cena's heel turn. Speaking of John Cena's heel turn, one WWE name isn't exactly shocked by the recent turn. WWE veteran Natalya said in the Toronto Sun that those who watch Total Divas should have seen it coming. This is just so shocking for many people. John Cena has granted more Make-A-Wishes than anyone. If you look up babyface in the dictionary, his picture is right next to it. Nobody expected this, unless you watched Total Divas. I was on every season of Total Divas, and I remember how strict John's house rules were. You always had to take your shoes off at the door. He was one of those people who always had a coaster under their cup, so I knew a heel turn was coming. I could feel it a mile away. This is a truly hilarious comment from Natalya, and this comes in the wake of clips of Cena's run on the show going viral over the past few days. WWE break major rule. WWE have endless unwritten rules that fans aren't aware of, and one of the unwritten rules in WWE is that talent aren't allowed to gather to watch matches in Gorilla. This usually isn't applied to top talent or the talent set for the next match on the card. However, this rule was abolished for one match this past week on Raw. For the Rhea Ripley vs. Io Sky women's title showdown, Triple H would make an exception, and he allowed the women's roster to gather in Gorilla to watch the highly anticipated showdown. This story was revealed by Natalya, who had this to say during her aforementioned comments in the Toronto Sun. "We actually watched it from Gorilla. It's usually off limits unless you're about to go out, but Triple H knew how excited we were to see Io versus Rhea. When Io walked back after the match, I was just so excited for her. Everyone was happy. It's likely that talent may have been aware that Sky was going to win in the main event of Raw, hence the buzz and excitement surrounding the matchup. This was a concrete rule that was in place during the Vince McMahon era in WWE, and it seems that Triple H has kept the rule in place during his respective era. What was Jade Cargill doing during her time off? There were endless mixed reports on the status of Jade Cargill during her absence from WWE programming. Thankfully, PW Insider have come through with a final report on the matter, and the reputable site confirms that Cargill was never injured and she was exploring new projects, including one in Hollywood. PW Insider reports, "I reported all along Jade being off television was a storyline angle and there was no injury. I don't know what injury allows someone to travel internationally, pursue Hollywood projects, and then go work out in the PC for 5 weeks, all of which we reported in real time as it was happening, but hey, maybe someone can invent one. Oh, they sorta did, right? Cargill now finds herself in a heated feud with Naomi over on the SmackDown brand, and a WrestleMania showdown between the two women seems likely. Is Adam Cole retiring? Since signing with AEW, Adam Cole has unfortunately suffered a number of setbacks ranging from injuries to creative turmoil. The topic of Cole potentially retiring is raised often online, and Cole has since addressed these rumors during his appearance on Close Up. To me, there's just no other choice. I know these challenges have been difficult, but everyone goes through their own challenges in their own way. I'm not even close to wanting to be done with wrestling. I feel like I have a lot more to offer, especially here in AEW, so even with these roadblocks or with these challenges, my mentality has just never changed. I'm fully confident that I'll be able to come back from all this and have the best years of my career ahead of me. This is great to hear, as the former NXT champion still has so much to offer the pro wrestling industry. Goldberg returns to social media. Goldberg is set to have his final ever wrestling match at some point this year, and it's likely that Goldberg wanted to return to social media ahead of the anticipated matchup. Goldberg returned to the X platform this weekend for the first time since 2018, and Goldberg would simply tweet, "I am back." There have been no official updates on who Goldberg will be facing in his final match or when it'll take place. There were rumors initially that a match would take place at WrestleMania, but with 6 weeks to go until the show, that seems unlikely at this stage. WWE Commentator shoots on Corey Graves. One of the top stories of 2025 so far has focused on Corey Graves. Graves was unhappy after being demoted from the main roster and being forced to move to NXT. There was a lot of confusion at the time as to whether Graves' comments were a shoot, but it later surfaced that Graves was legitimately seething. The latest name to chime in on the drama is Vic Joseph, who acts as the lead commentator for the NXT brand. Joseph, who is close personal friends with Graves, had an incredibly positive spin on Graves' grievances, and he allowed Graves to see the positives within the situation. This is what Joseph had to say during his recent appearance on the Getting Over podcast. "I think he had to have a new set of eyes and take a deep breath. And something we've always talked about, we used to travel in the car together, was, hey man, it'd be cool to call the shows together one day. And I think once he and I had the talk like, dude, this is what we've always talked about, he was kind of like, yeah, you're right. I think the difficulty is for Corey, I think this is where you start to see that seamless transition. Now, he doesn't have to do as much. Now he can take a deep breath. Now he can take a step back and understand that it is three of us, three unique individuals, three distinct personalities for one goal for one show." Whilst Graves remains on NXT for now, it's entirely possible that once Pat McAfee returns to his football duties, that Graves returns to main roster programming in some capacity. Chelsea Green fires back. Fans on social media have been speculating when it comes to what WWE names have been leaking information. One of the names that came up in the discourse was Chelsea Green, and despite fans having no evidence whatsoever when it comes to these allegations, some fans are convinced that the US Women's Champion is the one leaking information. Green clearly saw these rumblings online, and she decided to clap back. "Damn, the least you could do is tag me so I get some followers. These coworker wolves had to show me this tweet. Still me though." It goes without saying that accusing wrestlers of leaking information to the dirt sheets without proof is dangerous. Whilst there will inevitably always be some wrestlers who share insider information with top dirt sheets, it's unfair to speculate and accuse wrestlers just because of their social media presence or who they engage with in the digital space. The Rock's personal writer shuts down Rumours. Since the Elimination Chamber event, there have been a number of reports relating to how long WWE had planned the John Cena heel turn. According to Dave Meltzer, the plan to turn Cena was initially planned for WrestleMania 41, but it was decided on the day of the show to move it forward to the Chamber event. However, according to The Rock's personal writer, Brian Gewirtz, this isn't correct. So was Cena's heel turn indeed a long-term plan? The angle itself was the type of angle that would traditionally be delivered at WrestleMania, so it's simply a case of who you want to believe in this situation. There you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time, back for some more wrestling content.